Welcome to CTV. Filmed right here on what's today? Monday? Mondays at twitch.tv/eligible-monster when there's shows to watch. It then goes to our Patreon, patreon.com/comicstorian, where all of our lovely Patreons, amazing individuals, get to listen to this afterwards. And today, Dan and I are going to talk about Young Justice. No other show has started.
Yes.
I know Gotham has. I am currently debating, I'm trying to catch up. The problem I've run into with Gotham is I thought it was 13 episode seasons.
It's not.
It is not.
It's like 23.
It's 23 and they're 40 minutes. So I'm wrapping up season, because I dropped off initially midway through season 2. I'm wrapping up season 2, but I think I'm just going to drop it and just jump in at season 5 for the sake of our show.
Oh, it's season 5 now.
Yeah. So
yeah, you kind of got to jump that. You're not going to make that time.
We're streaming too much for that now.
Especially not with your numerous rewatches of Supernatural as well.
Yeah. Anyway, so today, Dan and I, everyone's asked us to do Young Justice, and I was debating if we should wait to just talk about Young Justice when the rest of the shows come out. But you know what? This is just a thing for Twitch and Patreon. It can be 10 minutes if that's what it turns into, because we're just talking about Young Justice 3 episodes. So.
Yes, Young Justice Outlaw?
Outsiders.
Outsiders.
I thought, yeah, it's Outsiders.
Outsiders, yeah, that's...
Okay, so first off,
right.
a little recap for everyone. Young Justice 1 and 2 came out back in 2008, 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Huge fan love up for it. It then got shut down by Cartoon Network. No one knows the true reason why.
Yeah.
But from what we've heard through the rumor mill, the toys weren't selling well enough. Cartoon Network shut down the project.
Yeah.
Fans have clamored for it since then. And as a part of DC Universe, they were like, hey, we're bringing you season 3.
Yes, which... Okay, I think that's
a good recap on it, yeah.
Yeah. So, first off...
Wait, actually, so the way they're releasing this, I'm going to say that, is they're releasing 3 episodes every Friday.
Yes.
Which I thought was kind of smart, because Titans came out, it was a 40 to 50-minute episode. 3 episodes of Young Justice, you time it out the same way.
Yeah. So, first off, it has been so long since the previous episodes that some stuff I was like, wait, when did Aqualad become Aquaman?
Did that even happen in the show?
I could have sworn like they start up, the guy who played Aqualad in Young Justice season 1 and 2 shows up to the Justice League meeting and is like, I'm Aquaman.
Yes.
When did that happen?
I don't think, so if you forgot, and this is, because this is what threw me off too.
Yeah.
Young Justice season 1, 2, 2 was a time jump. They resolved the main plot with, because they just mentioned
Black Manta.
No, yeah.
Oh, the Light.
The Light. They just mentioned them again finally in episode 3.
They did, yes.
So I was like, oh, yeah, the Light. So that was plot season 1. Season 2 was Reach, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle Reach Invasion.
Yeah.
But there was a time jump between the seasons. And you spend a good chunk of the season finding out what happened between the seasons.
Yes.
I'm from what I understand, and what I'm thinking is we're going to find out about this Aqualad to Aquaman changeover and him running the Justice League with Wonder Woman.
Because it's kind of a big change. Like, that's kind of a huge change.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it didn't happen at all in season 2. Okay, so the Twitch chat is agreeing with this.
So it was new to pretty much everyone else as well that he shows up and he's like, I'm Aquaman. And
Cobra, I guarantee you're 100% right. Arthur took over full royal responsibilities.
I could see that.
That's the easy excuse.
Because let's be honest, that also gives them the freedom of partway through the season going, hey, here's a deal with Atlantis. Like,
well, not only that, what I guarantee is the way we're going to find out how this happened is that.
Yeah.
Atlantis is going to be roped in. They're going to find Arthur. Hey, how's it going doing full royal responsibilities?
Right.
Hey, how's it being the new Aquaman? And then just
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But so the show itself. First off, I enjoyed the fact that we're getting a Batman Inc. out of this.
Well, hold on, real quick. So the season gaps, though. A lot of other things have
how many years gapped between these? Do
7 years or so, I think. Or 7 or 8 years.
Okay, well, so it's almost like they were like, okay, it's been 7 or 8 years since the last episode. Let's just make it realistic.
Almost, to an extent. I mean, the characters from season 2 seem to be there, and they seem to be at the same age. Batgirl,
roughly,
Robin was about the same age. Beast Boy, who features in the 3rd episode, he's about the same age.
Does he ever age?
No. But so that seems to be the case. But just like the previous season 1 to season 2, they're shifting focus to a new kind of group.
Yeah.
One, Dick Grayson is now incognito, top secret. Reminds me of Grayson.
I was just about to say that.
Agent 36, I think it is, or 63.
I was going to say 47.
47, maybe that's it. I don't know. Grayson's what he went by.
It was in Spiral.
But it reminds me of that.
Secret agent.
No. Okay, let's explain because the Twitch chat's confused. We're saying 7 or 8 years since the actual season, but it is only 2 years showtime as to what's happened.
Okay.
That's why I was disagreeing with you. Like, no, 7 years is too much for no one to have aged.
Yeah. Yeah, they've definitely not aged that much.
And it was Agent 37, so we were both half right. That's a comic book run.
Oh, Agent 47 is Hitman?
Yeah.
Oh, I was kind of close. I got a secret agent.
So the last time they aired was 7 or 8 years ago. It's been about 2 years showtime that has passed. So we're doing the jump again. First off, I kind of like that to one extent. One, it allows you to be able to jump into season 3 and you're lost, but it's being explained.
Yes.
I dislike it because like part of me just wanted them to pick up where we left off.
I feel like it was a good idea because while we would want them to pick up where they left off, it's been so long since they left off that it's like, okay, giving an in-show gap in time allows them to go, okay, we don't have to follow everything per se that happened in season 2. We can just kind of hint at it or do flashbacks or something. Because let's be honest, we're gonna get flashbacks of this is what led to this decision of this person. And
one I'm interested in is when did Superboy and McGann move in? And McGann pretty much give up everything, it seems like.
That and
she's going full white Martian.
Yes, that kind of threw me off. I don't remember that happening. I remember she admitting that she was a white Martian.
She wasn't accepting of it.
Never being like, hey, I'm always a white Martian.
So I kind of like how they're doing this. What my first reaction in episode 1. Let's just go. We're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, refresh what happened in just episode 1 for me real quick. Because I watched them all as a batch, and in my head, it's just one long episode.
Episode 1's cliffhanger was Markovia.
I
believe, because it's the same problem. They're all kind of blurred together because they gave us 3 at a time.
Yeah.
I believe the cliffhanger for episode 1 was Byron. What's the new character's name? The voiceover character is Troy Baker.
Oh, I don't know.
He's just, at the end of episode 3, he's got his powers.
God, I am horrible with names.
I believe it's Byron.
Byron?
Or Byron is one of those. It's by something.
Yeah, Byron.
Okay. I believe he's looking into the whole metahuman thing. My big problem with episode 1 was kind of what you're running with. I expected more.
Yeah.
For the return. It was just kind of like, and we're starting up again.
It did. I felt like...
I didn't feel like we came out... instead of coming out of the gates going, Young Justice! It felt to me like we were like, Young Justice.
Yeah, it was a very slow start.
Yeah.
Because I kind of felt like even half of episode 2 felt very slow as well. And then we kind of start picking up...
3 felt like it was kind of picking up pace.
Yes. 3 felt like, okay, now I'm watching Young Justice.
Yeah. One was where they were on the other planet, which I get why they're doing that, because of the Reach situation.
Which still kind of confused me, because that was the Black Lightning thing as well on the other planet.
Yeah. Well, so if you remember, the Reach had brainwashed the Justice League, and they were kind of using them as tools on other planets. So they're off of these other planets, protecting them now in season 3. But like Black Lightning?
Yeah.
Why? He's very prominent. When the first opening happening, I'm like, oh, cool, they're nodding to Black Lightning. No, he's... what I thought was even funnier about the Black Lightning, everyone wants Static Shock. And Black Lightning shows up and he's like, what up, Virgil? And he leaves. And I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Everyone wants Virgil, not Black Lightning.
I would be surprised if like partway through the season they bring in Static Shock.
Oh, they're going, why else would they nod to him being there? Yeah.
I thought that was really good. I did find the whole use of Black Lightning, though, to be a very interesting move because it's like, okay, no one who watched just Young Justice really knows who he is.
Well, yeah, they're saying that he was in season 2. He's in the Outsiders comic. Yes.
I don't really remember him that much.
And that's what I was going to say. He was, but the Young Justice wasn't like primarily about Black Lightning in season 2, unless I'm forgetting something. If I remember correctly, he was with the Justice League for most of season 2.
Yeah.
So the Justice League didn't actually show up that often in Young Justice season 2. For the record, guys, we're trying to remember season 2 here, and I almost debated if I should just look it up, but...
Honestly, I'm kind of glad, because I feel like our opinions of the show and our lack of full memory of it probably speaks to a large portion of the audience watching this.
This is part of the reason why I didn't want me and Dan to do a bunch of research on seasons 1 and 2. I even had it pulled up at one point because I was trying to figure it out. But what I like about our show is we're not trying to be the experts. We're giving you the real opinions of people watching this. And this confusion is primarily one of the issues.
Yeah. Overall, though, I do want to say I did enjoy it.
I'm looking at how much
excited for Young Justice Season 3. I'm excited for hopefully how they're going to go with all of this.
Oh, he was practically a background character in Season 2.
Okay, he was more of just like a reserve on the Justice League.
Yeah, he would contact them with information. He was spying on some stuff. He worked with Nightwing on that manner, but he wasn't like on the team running around. Yeah.
Okay, so he did work with Nightwing to kind of give a reason that relationship for them
makes more sense.
Yes, it does.
Because that Black Lightning's like, I give up, and Nightwing's like, oh, we really need you. And I felt like that was a little like, when did Nightwing get to know Black Lightning?
Yeah. When did they become besties? I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, I did find it interesting what they're doing with the Justice League in that they're going in the direction of Batman Inc. Because in the episode, they show up for a Justice League meeting and Batman's kind of like, I'm out, guys.
That was the big thing.
Yeah.
The big coup.
Yeah.
Where they all like canceled out.
They all left. They don't mention Batman Incorporated until Nightwing goes to Black Lightning and he's like, I want you to be a part of this team. And he's like, I'm not going to be a part of no Batman Incorporated.
No, he told that to Batman.
Yeah.
Well, no, Batman came to him and said, we want you on the team.
Oh, sorry. Did I say Nightwing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I want you on the team. I'm not going to be a part of no Batman Incorporated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we haven't seen nothing on that since episode 1. That was so far in the season, that's been my most interesting part. I was like, ooh, Batman Incorporated.
I think that was probably their strategy of going, hey, here's something that people who know comics know about, or know Batman and hear that will go, I'm very interested, and I bet they're going to go into it either in this next set of 3 or the one after that, and it's mostly there to entice you to watch, make you go, oh, this is who the outsiders are, and then go into Batman Inc. and kind of connect the two at some point. I wouldn't be surprised, and then at the end they all...
Well, obviously Nightwing's making the outsiders, and they go to Markovia, so that's what episode 2 is. He assembled the team... He assembled the team in episode 2.
Yeah.
Because the cliffhanger was they're going into Markovia and they're like, we condemn metahumans. And you're like, there goes Nightwing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought...
And then we get introduced to the girl that can heal.
The girl that can heal.
The lava monsters that reminded me of Ben 10.
100%.
It was like,
yes.
I was like, Ben 10?
It was Ben 10.
And I like how everyone's a lava monster from the looks of things.
Yeah,
like, that's the meta gene that activates?
That confused me quite a bit, is the fact that everyone that they were putting this tar into, they were trying to activate their meta gene, but when it really came down to it, they were forcing a meta gene into them with this tar.
That's what I couldn't understand. I couldn't figure out. Is the tar forcing... You have the potential... So we're going to activate it with the tar, and you're going to get molten lava Ben 10 powers.
Because it was almost too convenient that all of them were getting the same exact power.
Exactly, because the girl got the power.
Even the prince did.
The prince got... his is a little changed, though.
His was more like, this is his power, but he's slightly more advanced.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. He's more advanced and can control it, which is where I was confused, because at first I thought the prince was just going to turn into one of the Ben 10 monsters.
Yeah.
But then he can control it, and I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we see like the manipulation guy, he can multiply, and then we saw the girl that can heal. So why are those 3 lava monsters that look like Ben 10, but the rest of them all got powers?
Yeah, it was very interesting because they also talk about the metahuman trafficking, and they're implying that a lot of people are metahumans.
Yeah.
Like
that's another thing
like
that doesn't match up with, although it matches up with current comics, because the Titans are going around looking for the metas.
Yeah. But it doesn't match with the Young Justice universe. As far as I'm aware.
No, it does. Because Young Justice universe has always been separate from DC.
Yes.
It's always done its own thing. Very similar to a lot of things, but the metahumans has been a thing for a while.
Well, I know about that, but as far as I can remember, in previous seasons, they've never gone like, oh, hey, look, 30 new metahumans just popped up.
Yeah, that's what I find weird, because it reminds me of the X-Men.
Yes.
They're all awakening. Their powers are all awakening. And it's
or the Inhumans and Terrigen just covered the planet all of a sudden.
And they're all like, suddenly waking up like this.
They're finally cocooning. Yeah, no, I felt... I don't know how I felt about that, because it definitely... They were implying one thing, but the way it was acting was not following what they were kind of trying to go for. And it just kind of confused me quite a bit.
Yeah.
All in all, though, I enjoyed it, but it definitely did not hook me as much as I had hoped.
I just thought of this, and I didn't even see it in Switch chat. It reminds me of the DC Universe Online video game. Because the excuse as to why everyone has powers is because of the metahuman genes been spread out. Everyone wakes up at the same time. And it's almost like the Young Justice Season 3 is dealing with the plot from DCU Online.
They're like, oh, our website's got pretty much the exact same name. Let's try and incorporate that some. No, I could see that, but it was still very...
The chat is telling us that it's because of Reach. I don't remember Reach activating so many people, though.
Especially because I mostly remembered all of their activations being through the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like, that was their whole thing as far as I could remember, but, I mean, it has been so long that
Everyone's trying to... Yeah, I know, guys. Everyone's like, the lava people were siblings. Yes, that was the whole plot of the lava people. I get that.
Okay, but...
That's why they can both be the same. What blows my mind is, if the prince is supposed to have the lava powers, then don't give them the lava powers.
Yeah.
Because now you have the three of them, and they look almost identical, and the prince is not a sibling of those two.
Yeah.
That's the point we're making, that three people with lava powers came out at the same time.
Plus, it's there have been many siblings.
The Reach soda. That's a season 2 thing.
Okay, I remember that.
That makes a little more sense now, activating it. Yeah.
But yeah, the lava monster thing of the whole they're siblings. People who are siblings don't always have the same powers.
I'll accept the siblings.
I'm sorry,
I'll
but
accept
not exact same powers, though.
I'll accept that to an extent, but it just seems weird that Byron also got the same lava powers, but he looks different.
He looks slightly more humanoid-like.
That's what I mean. Like, he can make his face come out.
Yeah. He's like, hey, look, it's still me. Yeah, I felt it was a slow start for Young Justice, but I did want to mention, because you had mentioned this prior to us filming this, was our opinions of these 3 episodes feel slightly diminished because we have been looking at Young Justice through Nostalgia Vision and holding it on such high regards that we're like, our bottom line, like our par was way up here, like way too high for what
that's the point I wanted to make with this, and the reason why I didn't go back and do my additional research on seasons 1 and 2 again to see what I remembered while watching the show.
Yeah.
When I watched the first episode, I was confused. I was like, what happened? Oh, right, time jump's a thing in this show.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. And then I was like, well, let me go recap 1 and 2. But then I was like, a lot of people aren't going to do that. So let me see if the show's going to give me the answers in the first 3 episodes. Because it has been 7 to 8 years since the last season.
It's been quite a long
and yes,
time.
I know the previous seasons are all available on there, but for the exact same reason I can't catch up on Gotham, I'm not going to go watch all of Young Justice.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see that. And the going through these 3 episodes with trying to remember what has happened the whole time. And we asked a few questions, and they were pretty easily answered. Reach Soda activated, even if it wasn't Reach Soda, activated Metagene.
Yep.
They're siblings. Byron having powers is just convenient for the plot, I guess. Like a couple things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like we were more excited for this and more hyped for this than we should have been.
Yes.
Like the hype is the problem with Kingdom Hearts 3. The people who want it are so hyped for it, it will never live up to those expectations. And that's where I feel we got to with Young Justice Season 3. That's, for the record, is not me saying that this is bad. I've enjoyed the first 3 episodes. I felt it needed all 3 to get me hooked back in.
It definitely needed all 3.
By the end of the 3rd episode, that cliffhanger, I'm like, okay, I'm back on board with Young Justice.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely on board with Young Justice. But I do feel that I did go into it with higher expectations than I should have.
Yeah.
That this is just a DC animated show. It's following up the plot to the characters I enjoyed. It's not going to be the be-all, end-all. Maybe even me expecting them to come out with a bang was too much, you know?
Yeah.
I almost expected the Metal Gear Solid Snake moment where he crawls up, lifts the goggles, kept you waiting, huh?
Right.
Like almost like an explosion opens up and Young Justice team flies out.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a while. Something along those lines that would have been like, yeah, it has.
Right. Yeah, we definitely did expect quite a bit more of a opener. Because if they didn't do the 3 episode batch, I'm not sure how I would have felt. I'm not sure if
I don't think I would have stopped watching it, but I don't think I would have been that on board until episode 3.
Yeah, or that excited. More of a, I guess I'm watching Young Justice.
We probably would have not talked about it until the 3rd episode,
Yeah.
which lines up with the Flash and Arrow and all those returns.
Yeah.
So we probably just wouldn't have even talked about it. So we would have had a very similar conversation. But yeah, it's weird. I'm liking it. It is fun. I do like to see McGann and Superboy together. I do like seeing Nightwing off doing his own thing. I do like the idea of Batman Incorporated.
Yeah.
Black Lightning. I'm really on board with him. When they first were like, "You're coming along," I'm like, "Why would anyone want Black Lightning?" His show's okay, but
yeah, I thought
give me Static Shock. You just walked past him. You walked past Virgil.
Just to be clear, that was guaranteed him, right?
Yeah, Virgil is Static Shock.
When I saw that, part of me was like, are they doing one of those, it's clearly him, but it's not actually, or is it actually him? Because when they said Virgil, I was like, that's him. I know that's him, right?
It was from season 2.
Yeah.
And I do remember, I forget the arrangement, but I'm pretty sure Virgil had a small bit part in season 2, but Black Lightning offered to train him. And that's part of the, I can't mentor you.
Right.
I got to move on.
I really hope that they put him in the forefront. I think they would.
How do you feel? I feel like they aged it up a little bit. With the deaths of characters so often.
Yes, I think they went for a happy medium of what the original audience age is now, but at the same time trying to keep it similar to younger people wanting to watch an animated show.
Yeah.
And I think that was a very good medium that they went to be like, it doesn't make us go back and go, oh, I'm watching a kid's show.
But the kids can watch it and still be able to get everything that's happening. For
Exactly.
The most part.
I think that was very clever of them. I thought that was good. I'm excited to see.
Are there any characters that we haven't seen yet that you want to see come back? I don't think we saw. I'm trying to think of who was in the cast just standing there.
Yeah, I'm
because I do feel like when the show opened up, the season 2 cast, they were standing there and we just walked past them.
They're like, they exist. See ya.
That's what I felt like they did.
Peace.
Because season 1 was Superboy, and it was Megan, and it was Nightwing, and it was Artemis. Season 2 didn't have much of them because they were like behind the scenes, manipulating things. And the season's 2 cast was Robin and Virgil and Batgirl. And I feel like they open the season, they're like, they're there.
Yeah.
Let's get to work with Nightwing this time.
I feel like the way that it seems is that we're going to get exposed to them slowly. I feel like throughout the episodes, we're going to get more of like the original cast to come back in. Because now that you mentioned that, I'm trying to think of who did exist, who wasn't there. Like, I'm trying to...
They mentioned a name that I forgot to bring up. Is Kid Flash still dead?
Yes. Or one of them did die.
I thought
can't
it was
remember
Wally.
which.
The original Wally.
The redhead?
Yeah.
I think
Pretty sure he tried to keep up with Bart and Barry.
It went in the
spun
tornado.
around. He got sucked into the Speed Force, but they don't know that's what's happening.
Something like that, or he sacrificed himself so that they could get out.
I 100% think he's coming back.
He's coming back.
I got a feeling that was already in the books in season 1.
Yeah, no, that I definitely believe he will be coming back, but he's definitely still gone. Because it's Roy and Artemis right now.
Yeah. When I first saw the picture, I thought it was Wally. And I'm like, wait, he's dead.
Of Roy?
Yeah.
I totally did too.
I liked Roy's reaction. Which one of us are you here to recruit?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I thought it was good. I'm excited.
So, yeah. Do you think they'll bring back Wally this season?
If they do, it'll be in the second half.
I can see that. Do you think Batman Incorporated, how big of a role do you think it's going to be?
Do you think
it's going to be the real Batman Incorporated?
I don't know if it's going to be the real Batman Incorporated, but I think it's going to be more of what the Justice League's role was in Young Justice. I think Batman Inc. is going to kind of fill that role in this show.
Because we're disassembling the
We're
Justice
disassembling.
League, right?
We're putting a new group in that are potentially doing things that are questionable, which kind of somewhat similarly goes back to the Justice League missing 72 hours.
Real quick, the chat is stating that they think Roy and Artemis are just roommates.
They
didn't confirm either way, though, I don't think. Basically, he knocks on the door, Roy's there.
Yeah.
Artemis is there with the kid, I think. Isn't she? She's just messing with a kid.
So there was a kid there.
There was a kid, and that's all we got.
And they're like making dinner or something. It seemed
because they're saying they think Roy would have been with Cheshire.
The older sister of Artemis?
Yeah, because he does that in the comics too. He goes to Cheshire.
Yeah.
I could see that. I got a feeling we're going to find out one way or another. Either they're going to state what's going on, or it's going to be an offhanded remark.
Yeah.
You know, like something will happen. It'll be like, "What about Roy? Oh, my roommate," and that, you know, like
yeah, or oh, he's off with Cheshire right now.
Yeah,
like
that's Roy and Cheshire's kid. Doesn't mean he's not with Artemis now, but it doesn't mean he is.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't say anything.
That's what I mean. We don't know. Yeah, you guys are saying that they're married, but we also don't know if Cheshire died. Like we don't know what's going on. I'm agreeing.
If she did die, then that would give both of them a reason to be together.
I'm not saying that Artemis and Roy are
gone.
together. I'm agreeing that all we have is one scene.
Yeah.
But until we get more, I'm just going to go with...
I think that's kind of seems what they were doing now, is that they're raising
They're saying
questions.
that she was in a single bed. So maybe that was it.
Who knows?
Well, I mean, we'll find out soon. All we need is one scene of Roy and Cheshire together. Yeah. And that confirms that.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of...
Artemis comes back, Cheshire's like, you put my kid in the potty wrong. And that's the end of that.
How dare you use this brand of diapers? No,
Guys, let me break some news to you here. Just because you're in a single bed doesn't mean you're not a couple.
Yeah, funny story. My uncle and his male roommate, who had known each other since kids, apparently both slept in a single bed together. Neither of them are gay. They both have their own thing. Single beds mean nothing, people.
Another theory that someone had, and I agree with this, because this would line up with what happened to Titans too. I have a feeling the original plan for these first shows was to drop them Netflix style.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our questions would have been answered right away if we just had the season.
Yeah. Which is good. But that's actually what I was going to say is I feel like these first 3 episodes were mostly to go, here are questions that you're going to want to keep watching so that you get your answers.
Yeah. Because even if there's a single bed and Cheshire and Roy are still together, what is that whole dynamic at this point? Like,
plus, at this point, we don't fully know their importance to the show in general.
Yeah. Because I got a feeling the same thing happened to Titans. I got a feeling the same thing happened to Young Justice, where like they were like, oh, we're going to drop them all at once. And then someone was like, why don't we release them weekly?
Yeah.
Then people keep coming back to DC Universe.
Yeah, and we can keep shoving things in their face.
So that's what I think happened.
Yeah, I could see that.
But at least they decided to go 3.
Yes, it looks at least they did 3 episodes.
It looks like we're getting 3-episode arcs.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
It's almost like they're doing mini comic arcs.
So 3 episodes is an arc. 3 episodes is an arc. So you watch these 3, you get a full story.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's kind of all there really is to say.
It's Will and Cheshire. Okay, I'm dropping the Artemis Cheshire Roy thing until we see something going on the show because.
Well, it's Will because if I remember right, that's the name that he changed to because Nightwing showed up and he was like, Roy, and he's like, he's Will. Oh, sorry, it's Will. Yeah, I get it.
Oh. We got one scene where he goes, who are you recruiting? You guys are taking a lot from that. In their defense, Dan and I assume that Artemis and Roy were just together now.
Yeah. This is like reading novels and they're like, well, they used this color for the wallpaper because they were clearly feeling this. No, it was that color. We don't know fully yet. We'll see what's going to happen later on, but I think that's kind of...
Even the chat is now arguing if it's the clone of Arsenal or if it's Arsenal.
No,
Until we see it, we don't know. Guys, thanks so much for watching today's CTV episode. We'll be back next week with probably discussion on the first episode of Gotham and the next 3 episodes of Young Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.